Alright. 3, 2, 1. What's up? I'm Sierra.
And I'm Toy.
And welcome to our channel.
So today we're going to be talking about our trip to Sedona, Arizona for somebody's birthday.
Okay. It already happened.
Yeah. So we're just doing a little recap. But first things first, tell us why you went to go to Sedona, Arizona.
Alright, Sedona, Arizona. Okay, so I'm a very spiritual person, and Sedona is to be known as a very spiritual place. As far as like their energy, their vortexes, the vortex energy, Sedona is just known to be very peaceful. So I wanted to go there, bring in my 27th birthday, and be at peace. I didn't want to turn up. I wanted to be meditating, okay? So I picked Sedona.
Yeah. So actually preparing for Sedona, we each wrote down our goals so that we could manifest them being out there and speaking into the mountains. From Houston, we flew to Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah. We flew to Phoenix, and then from Phoenix, we drove to Sedona.
Yeah, it was like hour
and a half drive. Yeah. A very scenic view, though. I will say beautiful. It was very pretty. Lots of cactus, however you want to say that. We did stop and get food afterwards.
In and out.
We stopped at In and Out because we were on the west.
We have In and Out now.
We do. Okay. When we got to Sedona, we didn't check in just yet. We ended up stopping at Chapel Hill.
Yes.
And
so beautiful.
It was beautiful. Most beautiful view. We actually went inside of the chapel, and inside the chapel they have holy water stationed there, and also pews for you to pray.
Yeah. And so it's a big Jesus on the cross. It's called what is it called? Okay, it's called Chapel of the Holy Cross.
Yeah, Chapel of the Holy Cross.
Yeah.
Chapel of the Holy Cross is exactly what it's called, and it's a really pretty view, but then also inside it's also very peaceful. Everyone was praying, and that was how we started off our trip.
We prayed, and that was an amazing start
to the trip. Yeah, exactly.
After the In and Out.
After the In and Out.
Yeah. So we did that short little mini hike.
Right.
And then we went to our next spot.
Yes, our next spot we ended up driving, and this was not intentional. We went to Cathedral Rock Trail. Yeah. We were actually on our way just driving down the street. I think we wanted to go to our Airbnb. We wanted to go to our Airbnb, but we saw that there was a tourist view type of thing, and we went over there and we did the Cathedral Rock Trail. Was a hike.
Yes.
So it was actually on the list. So hiking up the Cathedral Rocks, really, then we were trying to find like the Vortex Energy. At the time, we didn't know what Vortex was. We
found out though.
We thought the Vortex was like an actual place, but
I think in my head, and maybe y'all too, like I thought it was like an angle. Like I'm thinking of an angle, like a V. Like it's gonna be some type of V thing somewhere, and we're gonna like go in a V-shaped cave or something.
I was like, this is not a place. No. So then soon, with lots of Googling and researching, we soon found out that the vortex is just vortex energy, and it's really good energy for you to meditate, and it's a nice peaceful spot. So how to find the vortex is the trees intertwine. So the intertwining of the trees, that energy kind of loops them around together. So that's how you know where most of the vortex energy is on your trail.
Right.
A lot of times it's more north, so that's why people do the hikes, and they're hiking up the mountains to find the most vortex energy.
Yeah, so when we got up there, we brought along our journals. We spoke out some of our goals and manifested, and we did a little bit of meditation.
Right.
We kind of spread out, found our little spots. And
and we took a lot of pictures.
Yeah, we took a lot of pictures.
We took a lot of pictures because in Sedona everything is red, so it's just really beautiful and peaceful, and all the mountains, they almost look the same, so
yeah.
They look the same, but it just looks like such a pretty place. So
yeah.
After that, we went to eat dinner. We just had normal pizza.
We were so hungry. It got super late. Like, be mindful if you ever go hiking to not calculate, but be mindful of the time that you have to come back down. So by the time we came back down, it was super dark. We kind of just drove to the first thing we saw.
Was pizza and pasta.
Yeah, and another thing in Sedona is like it's so small, but it's a popular area nowadays. So like a lot of the restaurants had waits, and we were not hungry now.
No.
So that's why we ended up pizza.
That's
why we ended up pizza. That's why we ended up eating pizza.
We ended up eating pizza. So then we had like a maybe 15-20 minute drive to our Airbnb. We stayed outside of Sedona, and every Airbnb that I saw in Sedona had like crystals in it, and they were very homey. So it was like everything that I loved.
Yeah, our Airbnb was
so
like
cute.
I wish I had a house like that in Texas. Like I would live there forever.
Cute. I loved our Airbnb, and it was super peaceful over there too. Kind of hard to drive at night, but yeah, it was super peaceful.
Yeah. On our way home, we went to the grocery store and we got stuff that we thought we were going to like cook, but the next morning
we
like
didn't do
that went all bad, so we ended up having to go to like a quick local spot and getting a quick breakfast,
right?
And from there we went to Devil's Bridge.
We went to Devil's Bridge. Okay, let's talk about Devil's Bridge.
Let's talk about Devil's Bridge.
Devil's Bridge is probably one of the most scenic places that you've probably seen in Sedona. Like the most photographed place in Sedona is Devil's Bridge. Now, the hike to get there was a doozy.
It took us hours.
It took us multiple hours just to get to the bridge.
Yeah.
To actually where you get to. So you're not only going like flat, you're going very up and narrow. Like there was a lot of narrow places that you had to like obviously have the right tennis shoes. I feel like my tennis shoes were not the right ones, but have the right tennis shoes for hiking. Pack lots of snacks because we ended up eating up there. We ate before we got to the bridge.
We literally had to stop and take like a lunch break.
Right.
Just on a flat area. We sat and had lunch and took more pictures. So yeah, make sure you bring snacks and water. We had like the little Uncrustable sandwiches. So something that will like keep you going.
Right. And when we got to Devil's Bridge, obviously there was a line to take pictures, and it was very narrow up there too because I was scared.
Yeah.
I was scared because you had to kind of walk around to get to like the part where you're taking a picture, and then obviously someone else had to take a picture of you. So someone on the opposite side of the bridge. It was just a mess.
It was far. It's just far.
It was far.
Yeah.
It was far.
A lot of moving.
It was a hard hike for me. I feel like I was tired. I would start Devil's Bridge early.
Yeah. Cause we did start early though.
But I'm like, by the time after that, I didn't want to do anything after Devil's Bridge. I didn't want to do nothing.
But we did.
Yeah.
We were only there a couple days, and then we were spending our
most
time
out of it.
with Scottsdale, so we were like hike after hike. So yeah, after Devil's Bridge, we actually we went to go get readings. After Devil's Bridge, because you can't go to Sedona without getting a reading.
Yeah, we went to go get readings. That was one of the main reasons why we were there. We've gotten readings before.
Yeah.
But we really wanted to get a reading done in Sedona. So,
disclaimer: honestly, it's hard to find a good psychic in Sedona.
It is.
I think because the ones that are advertised aren't the ones you really want to go to. Like at home, we have
literally we have like people that live in their house doing it. So like you're not gonna find someone that's doing it in their house in Sedona. Like,
the locals aren't. They do it for like their family and friends. They're not advertising
we didn't
themselves
really
out.
We had to go to like a commercial spot pretty much where people just like a tourist spot, and I mean that's not like the places that you kind of want to go to get a reading anyways. So
it wasn't bad. It's just like we've just had better at home, so it was like not what was expected going to Sedona, because we had our expectations high. Like I thought I was about to know everything A to Z, how to do 1, 2, 3, and I was like,
it just didn't happen that way.
I already knew this.
Right. It was okay.
But that was that, and then after our readings, we went to Bell Rock.
Bell Rock was our last trail that we did in Sedona. That was supposed to be one of the hardest trails. I'm not sure. I heard that was supposed to be one of the hardest trails. I even like saw like all the helicopters above. I think it was just longer going up.
Yeah.
To me, it wasn't that hard. I thought I was expecting harder. I was honestly the baby on the trip. I was like, I don't know, these shoes they're not fitting in these crevices. Like, I was scared to fall.
We did Devil's Rock right before it, so we were like, okay, like, come on, let's go, let's get this done with, like, because we wanted to, like, have another check on our list. So we were just, like, really amped to do it.
And honestly, Bell Rock was not hard. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't hard at all.
Hard.
I know, like, once you start getting to like the tippity tip top, it gets like very narrow. Like, there's kind of nowhere to put your foot. And honestly, that was the trail. I guess that's what makes it difficult. There wasn't really anywhere to put your foot. There was a lot of like
dig your heel and wherever you feel like was gonna,
and
a lot
crawling.
of scooting.
So maybe that's why it's difficult. But when you get to the top, it gets like even more hard.
Right, and I think that was also a place where Vortex Energy was supposed to be. So we went there, found a little spot where it was and where I felt like it was, and did that, and then had to get down before dark.
Yeah, we were like trying to get down before dark,
before the nighttime, because it was coming.
Yeah. And then that night we kind of just brought in her birthday.
Yeah, we brought in my birthday. We went to eat.
Did we have cookies?
No.
I know we had wine.
We had wine, and
what did we eat?
We ate tacos before we.
Oh yeah, that was a really good restaurant.
We ate Mexican food, which was I was like, should we eat Mexican food? Because we're from Texas.
It was really good,
but it was good. We had Mexican food, and then we decided to go back to the Airbnb and then bring in my birthday at midnight.
And then waking up, we did not want to waste a second. So we got in the car and drove to
Slide Rock State Park. We drove to Slide Rock State Park. One of our friends, her aunt, they're Hawaiian, and her aunt told us that the water in Slide Rock State Park is like healing water. And so even though it was actually freezing because it was cold in Sedona when we went in November, we still decided to go and like touch the water and kind of get that healing on us. But typically in the summertime, I'm thinking that they actually slide down. Yeah, like they actually slide down this slide, and that's what it looks like. So it was really pretty over there, and water was cold.
Yeah, but even in the winter, it was still a must-see. So
still a must-see.
We definitely fit that into our schedule, and drove straight to Scottsdale.
Yep, drove straight to Scottsdale. My friends lived in Scottsdale, and we decided to do my birthday there as a Sunday fun day. Yeah. 2 of us left. 2 of our girls, they went to Phoenix and hopped on the plane, and me and her stayed in Scottsdale, and we had dinner at Toca Madera.
Yeah. Really beautiful too.
That was a nice Toca.
Really pretty, because we went to Toca in our LA trip,
and it wasn't that cute. But Scottsdale's Toca Madera was a really nice Toca Madera, and I think it's new, so I would go to that Toca again.
And then we went around to local bars.
It was that was my first time in Scottsdale, so the bars were popping, games were on. It was like a little mini Vegas almost, in that little strip. Maybe not Vegas.
College students. It was like a college town, so
it was like Austin. It reminded me of Austin.
Yeah,
it reminded me of Austin. It was like Austin. It was definitely Austin.
Yeah,
it was cute. Scottsdale, alright.
And then we just hopped on a flight the next morning and
left.
Brought it on home.
Came back to Houston.
Yeah,
and miss Sedona. We're gonna go back.
Yeah, Sedona was really nice, really peaceful. Like, it was a different trip, The girls' trip's always like, oh, let's go turn up. But this was like let's find ourselves.
Right. It was a different type of vibe.
Let's come back level-headed and at peace. And that's what we did. And I think it was a very successful trip. I loved it.
I loved it too. It was a different vibe.
Yeah, and that's why in our 2020 video, like, I had so many things like already manifested because...
Right. We wanted to bring in before 2020, go to Sedona so that we could be aligned and know ourselves and know what we wanted to manifest for 2020, and that was the whole purpose of Sedona.
Yep. So if you have any questions about Sedona, if you're looking to go there soon, let us know. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.